Well, hi everybody. All right, so some other examples that we have here. Write an equation for a hyperbola with vertices at 0, 6 and 0, negative 6 and foci at 0, 8 and 0, negative 8. So I kind of want to draw that and just kind of base on the information we've just had. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and so 0, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a focus. 0, negative 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is another focus. 0, 8, 0, negative 8. So our curves are going like this. The foci are inside the curves. And what I see here is C is 8. That's how far from the center to the focus on each side here. And then I'm going to call, let's see, it's over the Y, so I'm going to call A 6. And if you recall, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. And C, that's 8 squared equals 6 squared plus B squared. That's 64 equals 36 plus B squared. If I subtract 36 from both sides, I get 28 equals B squared. And when I take the square root, so I'm going to go 2 radical 7. I'm going to go ahead and, not 17, 2 radical 7 equals B. So we are just required to write this equation. That's all they're telling us to do. And the y squared would come first because the transversal axis is vertical. So y squared comes first over the a squared over 6 squared plus, not plus, minus x squared over 2 radical 7 squared equals 1. It looks a little better if we square that stuff. Y squared equals 36. Y squared over 36 minus x squared over 28 is equal to 1. And that's all it asked for. Square root of 28. Square root of 25 is 5, so it's a little more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and some change here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and some change here. Just wanted to kind of draw this out a little bit. And here's our asymptotes. These are the vertices, so a little wider than what I drew, but there's the, drawing the, and I'm going to do this again, just to re-emphasize the point that this is the graph. None of this other stuff is the graph. All right. Now, what I want to deal with is hyperbolas that might be centered some place else besides the origin. Okay, So we're going to graph y minus 4 squared over 9 minus x plus 3 squared over 25 equals 1. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is draw my axes. Okay, the center, this is H, this is K, and it's like all of the translations we've done before. The center of this one is at -3, that goes with the x, and 4. -3, +4. That is the center. Where we had the origin, we're doing it here now. Okay, this is going to be so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 units this way. There's a vertex. 1, 2, 3 units. There's another vertex. I'm going to draw my box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out here. Just drawing my box right now. And I'm going to go, oops, that is definitely not going to hit that. Okay. Let's see, up 1, 2, 3 over 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of helps if you know where you need to kind of end up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then draw them this way as well. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, so I'm graphing it. I'm close to the asymptotes as I get further right and further left. And then I'll graph it down here. So I'm close to the asymptote. I get a little further from it, hit the vertex there. Okay. And I am going to, one more time, put yellow here. Okay. So, now, the vertices, we can clearly see where those are, but you're going to go 3, if I'm centered at HK, and I have a vertical graph here, then I'm going to add A and subtract A from the y coordinate. I'm adding 3 and I'm subtracting 3. In this particular problem, I'm adding 3 to 4. So this is -3, 7, and subtracting 4, -3, 1. These are the vertices. Alright, so there's our vertices. Our foci. Alright, let's do a little calculation. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So C squared is equal to 9 plus 25. C squared equals 34. C is square root of 34. And if I just go with the positive, it's square root of 34. And that is about, that's really close to 6, but a little short of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put it right around here. One focus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little short of that. There's the other focus on this transversal. All right. For this particular one, I'm going to add the square root of 34 to the y-coordinate. And I'm going to subtract it. So our foci are at -3, and then k was 4, right? So 4 plus square root of 34, and -3, and 4 minus the square root of 34. I could have just done plus or minus and written one thing, but these are our two foci. That's the coordinates of this point and this point there. Okay, now the asymptotes. Okay, A is 3, B is 5. The slope here is up 3 over 5. The slope of this one is 3/5. Now, if it were at the origin, it'd be y equals 3/5 x, but we are translating that. So here's what I would like you to do. If you have to find the asymptotes, let's use the translation. Let's do y minus 4 equals 3/5 times x plus 3. So I'm going to just translate that line. I'm just shifting it 4 units up and 3 units left, and then I've got this. So I'll rewrite that as y minus 4 equals 3/5 x plus 9/5. And then y minus 4 equals, I'm going to change that to a mixed number, 1 and 4/5. And then I'm going to add 4 to both sides. And one of my asymptotes is y equals, I forgot my x there, y equals 3/5 x plus 5 and 4/5. The other one, if you'll notice, the slope is down 3 over 5, is the same way, except it's got a negative slope. -3/5 times x plus 3. So I got y minus 4 equals -3/5 x minus 9/5. So y minus 4 equals -3/5 minus 1 and 4/5. If I add 4 and add 4, y equals, I forgot the x again, -3/5 x. This is -1 and 4/5. So I subtract 1, that's 3, and if I subtract 4/5 from that, that is 2 and 1/5. So these are the asymptotes. Okay. I just want to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 and 4/5. That looks about right. And then 1, 2, it was 2 and 1/5. Looks like I'm hitting 2, but it's a little bit above that is where it should be as I check. Okay, I'm pretty happy with my 2 equations for the asymptotes here. All right. Another example here. I'm going to change out pencils because this one's getting a little dull. we are going to try to graph this one and identify everything. Okay, this will be my last example. All right, we have to complete the square in order to do this properly. So I'm going to keep the, I'm going to factor out the 4 from the x terms. So 4 times x squared plus 6x plus, I'm going to complete that square, minus, and then I'm going to write this y squared. I'm going to write minus 4y because a double negative makes the positive, plus another completing the square. I've added 4 to both sides, equals 4. Okay, I kind of ran out of room there. Plus 4 times whatever I put here, minus whatever I put there. Okay, what a mess. So, complete the square. 6 over 2 squared, that's 3 squared, and that's 9. So I'm going to put 9 there, and 9 there. And then negative 4 over 2 squared, that is negative 2 squared, which is 4. I'll put a 4 here, and a 4 here. So I've got 4 times x plus 3 squared minus, and this is y minus 2 squared. That's 4 plus 36 is 40, minus 4 is 36. Okay, this is supposed to equal 1, so I'm going to divide everything by 36. So 4/36, I'm going to write x plus 3 squared over 9 minus y minus 2 squared over 36 is equal to 1. All right, now we got it in the form that we're used to. So I'm going to graph it first. I've never made it big enough. I'll make it bigger this time. So 1, 2, 3. My transversal is going to be horizontal, but I need to center it at negative 3, 2. So I'm going to put the center at negative 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There's the center of my hyperbola. I'm going to draw my box now. 1, 2, 3. And that's actually a vertex. I'll put a point. 1, 2, 3. Those are vertices. I'm going to go ahead and just identify those while I'm at it. And it's h plus or minus a. H plus or minus a is what these two are in this case. And then the white. Okay, I went totally the wrong way. Okay, guys, back up, back up. Wait, this actually was right. I put them in the wrong place. I should be going left and right, because the x is first. 1, 2, 3. Still 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the vertices. All right, I apologize. I hope you're able to adjust to that. And this looks like 0, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 6, 2. And then to draw the box, to draw the asymptotes, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here away from the center. I'm going to draw my little box so I can have nice asymptotes. Okay, from the center, 1, 6, and 3 is up. Alrighty. Now, my transversal is right here. This is my transversal. Okay, so I've got the graph drawn. I'm going to do this one more time. The actual graph is just these two curves. All right. And I've got the vertices, the foci. So c squared equals a squared plus b squared. C squared is 9 plus 36. C squared is 45. C is plus or minus square root of 45, which is 9 times 5, so 3 radical 5. Okay, a little short of 7 here is what these are, so from the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a little short right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a little short here. There's our foci, and I'm going to write down their coordinates there. The foci are, let's see, we're changing the x-coordinates. We're not changing the y-coordinates. So it's h plus or minus c k. So we're talking about -3. I'm going to write it this way. Plus or minus 3 radical 5. And then k is 2. -3 plus 3 radical 5, 2, and -3 minus 3 radical 5, 2. Those are the coordinates here. That's what that one would be. And this would be -3 minus 3 radical 5, 2. And you can't simplify that any more than that to have the exact value. All right, well, I got the foci. Now it's time for the asymptotes. And if you look at the slope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3, it's 6 over 3, which is 2 over 1. Y equals, oh, wait, y minus 2. If it were at the origin, it'd be y equals, but it's, I'm shifting 2 units up, so y minus 2. The slope is 2 times x plus 3. And it does follow this. That part follows there when we're going for the asymptote equations. So y minus 2 equals 2x plus 6. If I add 2, I've got y equals 2x plus 8. And then this is -2, this slope. Y minus 2 equals -2 times x plus 3. I got one asymptote equation here, and y minus 2 equals -2x minus 6. And I add 2. Add 2. I got y equals negative 2x minus 4. And I've got that one then. Okay, these are the equations there. All right, I'm going to call it a day on this one. You're probably saying it's about time. But we will look forward to practicing some more of these. Take care.